me first before you come down to the UK next, so I can make sure you're safe in that.
We'll see about that.
Well, drop me a DM in it, darling. We can take it from there, yeah?
You trying to DM my girl? Man,
No, I'm telling her, no. I'm letting her know that if she, wait, you could hear us speaking?
Oh, yeah, you're on TikTok Live.
No, I was basically, right, Annie, I was basically just telling her that she can check in, she can drop me a message before she comes to the UK so that I can make sure that she's eligible to be safe.
Dude, your mom's leg. You need to simmer down, bro.
I'm sorry, T-Money. I wasn't trying to hit on your girl. I swear. You know, we're friends. I would never do that to you, buddy. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm fucking watching you, dude.
Buddy, we're friends. I respect you. Look, we're friends. I respect you. I would never hit on your girl. I was simply trying to make sure she was safe in the UK. That is why I advise that she checks in with me, okay? It was nothing.
I do have a question about this, okay? So, and this is a vegan question, actually. What is the standard practice of unaliving animals?
What?
What is the standard practice of unaliving animals in the UK? Because I know here in the States...
Well, it depends on the animals. In the UK, 90% of kids are unalived in gas chambers. Cows, I don't know the exact process. It's either going to be slit in the... I can't really say the word. Or it's going to be a bolt.
I was thinking bolt because that's how they are here. Is they get a bolt gun. Bolt pew, sorry. I'm gonna go back out. We had a party last night, man. It was freaking wild.
Why didn't you invite me?
Because you wanted to like it.
I wouldn't have liked it.
No, it was like, there was a bunch of girls there and stuff, you know?
Yeah, why is that a problem?
No, it's not for me.
Yeah, no, but it's not for me either, so why wasn't I invited?
Yeah, I guess you...
No, to be fair, buddy, I get it. It's not a good thing for any men at a party if I show up and there's ladies there. It's not good because obviously they'll be mingling with some guys, or be mingling amongst themselves, but the moment I walk into a room, I kid you not, it's like a shift. All the attention shifts towards me. And trust me, it's not good because back in my party days, I would go to like uni parties and stuff like that. And let's just say the men hated me. They hated me because all the ladies would be talking to me, and they hated it because obviously they want to try and get attention. But when you got one man sitting there with all the ladies around him, it can be quite frustrating for the other men. Hey, Annie!
Well, if that's the case, I am curious.
Sorry?
If that's really how it is, and you're really this Casanova.
No, I was. That was back in my party days. You know, obviously I've developed since then, in the sense that I'm now focused on my grind. I'm focused on all of the things that I'm achieving right now in my life. But obviously back then it was about parties. It was about the ladies, and yeah, whenever I set my mind to something, I absolutely dominate that realm. It could be anything, you know. I set my mind on TikTok. Look what I've achieved, you know. I set my mind on, ladies back then when I was younger. And, you know, I achieved things, you know. Whatever I set my mind to, basically, I achieve. Because that's just the kind of guy I am, you know. I'm just that guy.
A good reference for that.
You know, and that's why, a lot of people come up here and they're like, hey, VK, why are you so smart? How do you know about so many things in so many different areas? It's because I'm a well-versed man. I'm a well-traveled man, you know. Genuinely, if you were to meet a 60-year-old man who had the same intellect as me, you would call that man a very wise old man. The fact of the matter is I'm still young and I still have all of this knowledge, and I feel like I've lived 5 or 6 lifetimes, because in reality I'm actually very intelligent for my age, because I've experience a wide range of different things, from spirituality to, finances to job, climbing the corporate ladder, running several successful businesses, success with ladies, psychology, mixed martial arts. These are all different things that I've dedicated my mind to, and I've absolutely smashed those achievements,
You should totally get a clip of somebody asking you that.
Annie,
I've watched you for a year.
What part of STOP do you not understand? Yeah, what did you say, buddy?
I said you should totally clip somebody coming up there and asking you, like, how are you so smart and stuff, like, because I gotta say, I haven't.
No, a lot of people ask that question, because it is a fair question, because you can literally say you can literally mention anything right now, and I'm an expert on it. Name anything.
Mechanics.
Yeah. What about mechanics?
You said you're an expert in it. Just
so tell me what part of mechanics, because it's obviously such a broad topic. That's like
how does an engine work? what is this? How does an engine work? Period.
Right. So what kind of an engine? Like, you have to be specific on what kind of
Gasoline engine. How does the
gasoline.
engine?
Okay, yeah. So I can get. So an engine's main job is obviously to convert chemical energy, which is basically from fuel, into mechanical energy, which is motion. And basically, it does this by burning fuel in a controlled way, which essentially expands the gas. And it pushes things like pistons, like which are usually in Minecraft, right? Get the heart off the screen, and that's what then turns the car's wheels through the drive, basically, right? So if you want to now go over the main parts of a engine, we're talking about things like a cylinder, we're talking about a piston, we're talking about spark plugs, we're talking about fuel injectors, we're talking about valves, cooling systems, and all of that kind of stuff. There you go. That's a quick rundown.
I mean, you kind of had it. You missed a few points.
Okay. You want me to go into more detail? So basically, each piston goes through 4 stages when you're going through a powering cycle. Obviously, we have the first step, which is the intake stroke, which is essentially the piston moving down. Then we have the second stage. Rubino, stop! Then we have the second stage, which is the compression stroke, which is essentially the piston moving up. And then the third stage is the power stroke, where it's essentially a spark plug ignites the mixture, causing a small controlled explosion. And then we have the fourth step and the last step, which is the exhaust stroke, which is the piston moves up again. And that's where the exhaust valve opens and it pushes the burnt gases out. So yeah.
Oh. I gotta say, man, I'm a mechanic. That's why it was the first thing that popped in my mind.
Yeah.
Wasn't too bad. I'll give you credit on that one. Okay, let's talk about.
Thank you so much. You know, it's nice for people to finally commend that there is intelligence. You know, because obviously I try to tell people this all the time. That
What's your IQ?
Right now, last I tested, I think it was about 360.
How?
Huh?
How?
What do you mean?
I'm asking how. Like, have you seen the IQ score? What's like the highest IQ on Earth or in history?
No, sorry. Correct me. I'm about 180 right now.
That sounds a lot better.
Yeah, I'm 180. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look it up. Look up where on the scale where 180 falls.
Yeah, I know where it is. I mean, Einstein was predicted to have between 160 and 180. I know.
Yeah. Is that? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm certain. You know, the thing about Einstein was he was limited to the knowledge that he learned from his day-to-day life and his studying and his research. I'm not limited because I'm connected to divine, so I quite literally receive downloads from the universe.
What is divine? Like
divine is, you can call divine God, source, your guides, your angels, energy. You know, there's tons of names for it. I'm referring to the higher power upstairs, basically. I speak for divine. I'm a vehicle of the divine, and therefore, because I'm connected, I receive communication, and that communication allows me to speak in very fast paces. It allows me to know facts and statistics without sometimes even having to research it. You know, similar to how your local device is connected to the cloud from a technical perspective, which means that you don't always have to, rely on transfer of information through like USB sticks to get information onto your computer. You can just browse the cloud. But my brain is connected to a cloud in which the cloud deploys information through my brain as and when I need it. So that is why I don't always have to go out and study. I'm able to just deploy and understand things without even having to research it in a lot of cases, you know?
Okay. So you compare yourself to Einstein, right?
Yeah, in some ways, obviously. Obviously, Einstein was a bit of a social, what's the word? Let's just say he didn't really get any luck with the ladies. So I'd like to think of myself as Einstein in terms of the intellect. Get the heart off the screen.
Right.
But in terms of the social skills, in terms of my demand with the ladies and stuff like that, I'd say I'm kind of like a mix between Einstein and who can I think about here? I can't mention a man's name because I feel like the second I mention a man's name, people will think about all the negatives associated with that person and then go, oh, so you're saying that you do these things? So
talking about he was in World War II, kind of. Are you talking about that guy?
Who are you talking about?
Well, yeah, I don't want to mention his name. He was really, really smart. Either way, I don't know. But did you know?
Wait, sorry, what the hell did you just say?
Was it the dude from World War II?
What about him?
Who do you think I'm talking about?
The guy whose name starts with a H?
No.
Yeah, you better not be talking about him.
Hey, you watch that. But,
tell your lady to stop laughing in the back, yeah?
Either way, so ancient alien philosophers, right? We believe in aliens. It would be naive
No,
to think.
buddy. Let's just get one thing straight. I don't believe in aliens. I know there are aliens, and no, they're not.
That's believing.
Like,
You do know that, right?
Yeah, there are beings on this planet that do not derive from Earth, and they're walking among us right now on this planet today. I don't think that. I know that. And anyone who doesn't believe it, by the way, I've been saying this for literally over a year, and we're already seeing evidence today that there's a lot more likely that they are here. I promise you guys, right? You can come back on this live in the next 20 to 30 years, and every single one of you will say that I'm right. In our lifetime, if you live for the next 15 to 20 years, I would bet anything on it, you will find out that not only are ETs real, but they are already on our planet and they have been visiting us for a very, very long time. Trust me, you don't have to take my word for it. Don't believe me, but in your lifetime, you will find this out to be true, and then you can come back and tell me that I was right. Because I'm not telling you this because I believe it. I'm telling you this because I know it. But you don't need to.
Wait, what? Believing is knowing, you know? Like, I believe that the sky is blue. I know the sky is blue.
No. So let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask you a question. Do you... Wait, sorry. What's your name again? Do you mind telling me your nickname or your name?
Oh, Tyler.
Tyler, yeah. Do you believe that your name is Tyler?
Yeah.
Do you believe your name is Tyler, or do you know your name's Tyler?
Both.
But buddy, there is a difference between believing something and knowing something.
What's the difference?
Wait. Do you believe that you have an arm, or do you know that you have an arm?
Oh. From what I know, from my understanding, believing is knowing. But either way,
no, it's not. No, it's not. Believe means that you believe something could be true. Do I believe that you robbed a store last week? I believe it's a potential. Do I know that you robbed a store? No, there's a huge distinction between knowing something and believing something. And that is why most people say, I believe in God. They don't know God. They don't know it to be true. They just believe in it. They believe in things. They don't know things. So I'm telling you, I don't believe aliens are true. I know they are true. I know they are real. I know that there are...
Okay, either way, we got way off base. But did you know that, like, a lot of alien experts and stuff like that and philosophers who study aliens, they believe that aliens had a direct influence on Einstein.
ETs have had a lot of influence on a lot of prominent human beings for a long period of time. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but let's just say when certain people went to the tops of hills in a very open space, and they claim to see things in the sky, which many cultures have claimed in many historical books, including Egyptians, including Judaism, including Christianity, when they say that they look up and see things in the sky that communicate with them, balls of light, voices. Let's just say it's not what they think it is. Let's just put it that way. But anyway, I'm not going to go into too much detail. Go ahead, sir. What were you saying?
I just got, since you're able to pull up a computer, will you do me a favor? Will you pull up the IQ chart? You know what I'm talking about? It's like a chart.
I would not be pulling up an IQ chart. But what I will say is, T-Money, thank you so much for the conversation, buddy. I do appreciate that. Fantastic. Right, let's move on to our next guest. Right, anyone spamming in the chat, you will be immediately muted for the rest of this live stream. Yeah?
Hello?
How old are you, please?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, how old are you? Yeah,
I'm 19.
You're 19. What year were you born, please?
2006.
Fantastic. Right, what can I do for you, please?
I have to confess something.
Here we go. Right, give me a second.
I regret it. I regret it.
Go ahead.
Okay, this morning, I had a bacon, egg, and cheese. But I regret it. I regret it so much.
Why are you laughing? If you regret it, why are you laughing?
Because, I don't know, I laugh when I'm nervous. So, I regret it so much, but I can't even lie. It was so delicious. Vegan King. I literally can't. It was so good. It was delicious.
I am not here to listen to how you thought it tasted. I am here to listen to how you regret it and how you intend on making changes in your life going forward based on this experience. That is the only thing I want to hear from you. So go ahead.
Okay. Wait. Okay. So I regret it so much, but the thing is, I work by a lot of food, right? So how am I supposed to like not want some bacon when it's right in front of me? How do I stop myself from eating bacon? Tell me how. Tell me, please. Hello? 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 Hello?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Right, I have no idea what just went on. I have no idea what's going on. Guys, my screen froze and the live shut down. It stopped saying bro. I don't know what happened, okay? I don't know what happened. Oh my gosh. Why is my router off? Why is my router off? Mom! Mom! Why is the router up? No, I got kicked under the data!